Hello, Joker. We have a lot of empty seats. Just throwing it out there. Oh, that looks amazing. Look how big and spacey it is. Roomy. That's what I meant. Roomy. Better word.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
Fucking still looks amazing.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
That is a good point.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the collectors.
That makes a lot of sense.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Well, Joker would not like this. He likes to drive the ship himself.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
Anyone else I should meet?
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The
just a
Normandy
little
has
bit.
a full crew. They're at their
What's up with
stations
the
awaiting your orders.
empty seats?
Final
That's
preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Alright. See you, Jacob. Galaxy use the Galaxy map to pick new destinations for the Normandy. Alright. Private terminal. Use private terminal to get status updates on your squad. Alright. Armory. Select weapons for your squad from the armory. Alright. Elevator. Use the elevator to access the Normandy's other decks. Captain's quarters. Go to your personal cabin to customize your appearance. Alright. Tech lab. Acquire the professor to research upgrades for your squad's equipment. And that's what we plan on doing. Alright. Well, now it's time to go talk to everybody. Let's go and do that. Journal update. Whatever. Controls. Joker. Rendezvous with Kasumi. Go to. Ooh, cool. Flight controls. I can close the shutters. Fuck that shit. Let me open them. Please. Oh my god.
Mark on 2, clear.
What? Oh, oops. Those journal updates popping up this whole time. Okay. Codex updated. Space combat
We
pursuit
need a
tactics.
deflector dish so I can realign that mother.
Alright. Is that it? Is that it now? You want to be SI2?
Aerogel
Nope.
displays and optical
Okay.
solid
Okay,
state
that's it.
is all.
Hey, what's up,
Can you
Joker?
believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And
Hopefully.
leather seats. Military may set the hardware
Leather
standard, but
seats.
on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside.
Yep.
I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Ship cancer. The ship is just a
It's
copy.
not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
Well,
There's us.
Yeah.
I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked.
I
You'll
understand.
see. Even if
I
an
was
AI
dead.
is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I die.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Damn.
Commander,
The good
Ever
old
think about the
days.
old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
A lot of
those
trouble.
seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth,
Yeah.
Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped.
Yeah.
We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What about the old crew?
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. And the rest of
Yeah.
us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your
Yeah.
team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
What do you think about the people we're picking
Oh,
up?
okay.
Well,
There you go.
about the ones you went out with last.
Yeah.
I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
What about the mission?
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
How are things in the
I
cockpit?
assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines
Okay.
are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no
Cerberus
fan either, but we're
disagrees.
stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's
Yeah.
gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Just a
yeah,
little.
yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
Alright.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
What about you, Edie? Can I talk to you, Edie?
Yes, Shepard.
What is this?
What's this area
Why
of the
did
ship?
why did I ask
This is
that?
the
No,
bridge.
no
Yeah,
shit.
Sitting right here, thanks.
Tell me about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified.
Alright.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Building the Normandy.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
A block.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware.
Oh.
In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Okay. Resources.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block
Okay.
that prevents me from answering that
Will
question.
be no help. Structure of Cerberus.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Should it be directed by me? Okay. How many cells are there?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me
God
from answering that
fucking
question.
damn it, Edie.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Let's talk about
I
you,
want to know
Edie.
more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Your job.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional
What?
functions which are restricted at this time.
Additional functions.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know.
Okay.
Some of my databases are sealed. Some of my hardware is kept offline.
Why?
I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Okay, well, what about monitoring
The
devices?
elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
That's cool.
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Cyber warfare?
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown.
That's
On
a
the
bit much.
defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That's impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Okay. Joker does have a point. Alright, another
Let's
topic?
discuss something else.
Ready.
Actually,
all
yeah,
for
that's
Logging
it.
you out, Shepard.
Yeah, I forgot about the whole, sovereign. Yeah. And the Geth. The Geth party didn't help either. Hey,
Welcome
who are you?
aboard, Commander.
Hello.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
The pleasure
I'm
is
glad
mine.
to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Sure.
Okay, Kelly.
Kelly is a lot easier than Yeoman.
Anything else?
How's the
Is there
crew?
anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal.
Alright, I'll
Anything
get to
else,
that.
Commander?
Let's chat.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What do you think of
This
Cerberus?
organization has a dark
Not at all.
reputation.
Our methods can be harsh, but we look out
Okay.
for human interests.
Yeah.
Advanced human
Does Cerberus hate
technology.
aliens?
Sounds like
Cerberus
Cerberus.
looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You are very loving.
That's a very positive attitude.
You love
What
everything.
can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Are you happy
How do you
here?
feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
We won't, don't
No
worry.
worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
Yeah.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Well, I'd embrace
I
you.
might do more than catch you,
Sure.
Kelly.
Sure.
Now that's an enticing thought.
All right.
Anything else you'd like to talk
Yep,
about?
okay. What do you do?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Is that all?
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows
Okay.
how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You're a
You make sure
counselor?
the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
That's good you're
We're
here
lucky to
then.
have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
Nope, that's it.
I better go.
Okay, maybe we'll talk later.
What? Unread messages. Okay. Wow, I kept a message from Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the soda. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on the council, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Alright. You shook with Zed Missoni from Lucifer Shepard. We reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zed Missoni. You may know him. You may know the name. Zed has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown celebrations of the Terminus Sisters, and is viewed as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You'll find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I'll take care of that personally. All right. Wow. Okay, it could take a while. Lost contact with survey ship. Project Firewalker. Alright. Commander, this is the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet Site Exploration Rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Kies and Robert O'Lower are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducted research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. I was last seen near the planet. Yeah, whatever. Nobody crash site located. Admiral Hackett. Thank you, Hackett. Our scans of the Modises have turned up something we thought you should see. The final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. Lance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack of the Normandy. If you find any signs of lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might have some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. We're gonna go do that. Okay. So assault armor. Let's collect rifle and ammo. Sizer, sniper rifle, overlord. Also just went off the grid with the explanation. Project Overlord has been sprayed with a highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate the work extremely compartmentalized enough that I can divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet. Whatever pleases carrying this matter. Alright. Wow. Weapons called an arc projector. Okay. Kasumi, whatever. Alright. I don't care about that. Okay, I have messages. We can't delete them. Alright. Upgrades. Okay. Team status. Wow. Okay. Achievement unlocked. Alright.